Hello and welcome to Parliament Weekly, your home for the biggest, juicy and most important news out of the Nigerian Parliament every week. I am Sharon Ebresumi. The President of the Senate, Godwin Akpabio, has left Nigerians scratching their heads in amusement with the latest remarks about the perplexing plight of the former CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. It has been disclosed that the federal government is unsure of which charges to file Emefiele with due to the volume of allegations against him. Now, speaking on Sunday during a Thanksgiving service hosted by Senator Barinada Mpigi, Akpabio attributed the country's current sufferings to decisions that they took, pointing out that the current state of poverty and hunger is as a result of nearly 60 years of degradation. Other paper recalls that following the removal of Emefiele as the CBN governor by President Bola Tinubu in June 2023, he was prosecuted by the federal government over charges bordering on financial crimes. The charges were later amended and they were increased from 6 counts to 20 counts. In the new amendment, Emefiele was charged with alleged criminal breach of trust, forgery, conspiracy to commit forgery, procurement fraud, and conspiracy to commit a felony. Emefiele, on the other hand, don kuku decide say him no go gree for anybody papa. Emefiele, through his lawyer Matthew Borka, said he was going to sue Akpabio for alleged defamation. He demanded an apology in a written form that should be published in the media, or Akpabio will be slammed with a lawsuit of 25 billion naira. The Senate has demanded that the federal government halt any plans to raise electricity rates in the nation, arguing that the government's attempt to raise rates and remove subsidies comes at an inappropriate time. To prevent the repeat of the fuel subsidy scandal, it also decided to investigate the 2 trillion naira electricity tariff requested by the Minister of Power, Bayo Adelabu. According to the lawmakers in the Senate, it is important for the federal government to concentrate on the production and distribution of electricity rather than raising electricity rates. These resolutions were sequel to the adoption of a motion titled Planned Increase in Electricity Tariff and Arbitrary Billing of Unmetered Customers by Distribution Companies, sponsored by Aminu Iya Abbas and co-sponsored by 10 others during Wednesday's plenary. Recall that last week, during a press briefing, Adelabu stated that Nigeria could not afford to continue subsidizing electricity, citing the country's massive 3 trillion naira debt in the power sector. However, he also mentioned that although 450 billion naira was set aside for subsidies in 2024, the ministry needs over 2 trillion naira for subsidy. Now, lawmakers took turns to lament over this issue, and even the President of the Senate, Godwin Akpabio, concurred with his colleagues when he said that any increase will put Nigerians through even more hardship, particularly at a time when they are already struggling with hunger and high living expenses.
Senators, reps, politicians are burdened with the responsibility of providing transformers, the infrastructure that is required by DISCO to do their business, and yet they go on to do what they call estimated billing. If at this point in time now we do anything, just anything again, to worsen the current situation, the current challenges that Nigerians are facing, it will be totally immoral, and it will be insensitive.
The Senate has decided to investigate the country's rising prices of cement and other building supplies to determine whether monopolistic or market manipulations tactics are to blame for the price increase. The Red Chamber instructed its Committee on Industries, led by Senator Francis Fadahunsi, to look into the operations of the nation's cement manufacturing industries. It's no longer news that the price of a bag of cement increased from 5,500 naira in January 2024 to approximately 14,000 naira, and the price of iron rod increased from 8,500 to 17,000. True, now who chop belle food they build mansion now? Hey, the Senate chair directed the Committee on Industries to make sure cement manufacturing companies strictly follow the fair market principles and refrain from setting anti-competitive prices. These resolutions follow the adoption of a motion titled Need to urgently address the increase in cement prices and other building materials in Nigeria, sponsored by the Senate Deputy Leader, Senator Oyelola Ashiru, during Wednesday's plenary.
Affordable cement and other building materials are indispensable to national development. Addressing the issue on time will be advantageous to the construction industry because it will ensure the progress of constituency projects and also strengthen national security by providing jobs and stability and improve the livelihood of Nigerians generally.
All right, it's time for a quick breather. Now, if you have been enjoying this video or our content so far, take a few seconds to hit the subscribe button by the right corner of this video. Do well to also turn on notification so you don't get to miss out on any of our videos on this YouTube channel. Get ready for a political showdown as the House of Representatives overturns a previous decision to monitor the utilization of the Federal Account Allocation Committee by states, sparking debates that shook the chamber to their core. In a daring move, Rep. Francis Wavy and Rep. Solomon Bob led the charge to withdraw the resolution.
This motion for rescission was brought pursuant to my intervention a few days ago. Now, I have understood Honorable Kuye, and a few days ago, I think Babajimi Benson also spoke in his favor. This is about process, not about aversion for corruption. Nobody here likes corruption. I respect Honorable Kuye very well. I've known him since that assembly, and I know his instinctual aversion for corruption. Okay? But there is no wrong way of doing the right thing. That is what this motion for decision is all about. We don't have the powers. You cited section 162(5). Those sections deal with allocation. We are talking about looking into the state funding, state finances, expenditure. You can't do that. I direct your attention to section 88 of the Constitution.
This is where we wrap it up on this week's episode. Thank you all for tuning in today. We've covered some of the important topics from the National Assembly. Remember, staying informed is key. So, keep engaging with the news and issues that matter to you on our website at otherpaper.ng. To also get updates on our weekly legislative intelligence forecast entry, also known as LIFE, where we predict the activities of the National Assembly every week, here is how to subscribe on our website at otherpaper.ng to get exclusive parliamentary content on your mailbox. Join us again next week for more insightful discussions. Until then, take care and stay informed. Bye for now.